Hey everybody, welcome back to The Pressing Matters. I'm Scott. Thank you for tuning in today and thank you for your support. Today I'm going to be talking a little bit about a system update. If you've been watching my videos, you know I've had the Hana SL in my system for about 6 months. And it's broken in, it's been tweaked, it's been a struggle with this cartridge. And I actually wondered if it was defective or if it's just the way it sounds. A very bright forward presentation, very analytical, and not too forgiving of surface noise. Seems to accentuate it. And I was like kind of at my wit's end because I spent a lot on that cartridge and I really expected better results. So I talked to my dealer and he suggested trying this other cartridge. It's an Technica AT33EV. This is also a moving coil cartridge, but it's a much lower output. It's 0.3 millivolts, 0.3, yeah, 0.03. And it loads at 100 ohms. And I said, okay, let me try it. He said it's going to solve the issues that you're talking about with the Hana. So I went over the other day and we took the Hana off. We inspected it under a microscope and honestly, it didn't look right to me. It looked a little weird for getting such light use. I don't know, but I think I'm going to send it back to I'm going to contact Musical Surroundings and see if there is something wrong with the cartridge, because I have a suspicion that there might be. And before I give it a review, I want to give it a fair shake. So I'm going to do that. And in the meantime, I have this installed. This is the box for the Technica. And I can tell you right out of the box, the basic sonic character of the cartridge is evident. I've been told it'll break in a big change at 25 hours, another big change at 50 hours. I'm going to have it for a couple of weeks to evaluate, but in the first few hours, what I did notice was a dramatic reduction in surface noise. That was a blessed relief. Records that I was not playing because of, these are new records too. It's not like they're old records, beat up records. They're new records that have been cleaned. And on the Hana, I would hear groove noise. And with the Technica, it's very quiet in the groove. So that was wonderful. Also, that forward high end is gone. It's gone. It's replaced by a more natural top end. It sounds more right to me. At first, my brain was thinking it's missing detail. But it really isn't missing detail. I'm listening to it. I hear all the detail that I've heard in those records before, but without the etch, without the brightness, without, I don't know. It's very, very pleasant to listen to. Is it too much pleasant? Like, is it going to be something that I won't like in a few weeks? I can't say yet, but I am very interested in how this is going and how it's breaking in. And it could be the answer to my issue with the Hana. I've been playing some of the living stereo reissues from Analog Productions, and I had issues with them with surface noise, or just, let's say, a noise floor, because I don't want people to confuse that with ticks and pops and dirt. It's not that. It's just the sound of the stylus riding in the groove. And the Shibata stylus apparently accentuates it, and if it's defective, maybe it's even worse than it should be. This is like silk. It goes through the groove like silk, and I get more natural detail. The sound stage seems to be just as involving. Depth cues and spatial placement is very, very good. The bass is coming out more and more as I break it in, and I'm liking it. Surprisingly, I'm liking it. I didn't think going back to an elliptical would be the answer, and perhaps it isn't. I'm not sure yet, but Osvaldo at Let There Be Sound is the person who installed this, and he sells this cartridge, and he sells a lot of them because he really believes in it. And I've trusted his guidance so far, and I haven't been let down. So I'm going to give this a fair shake and see how it goes. If you are interested in the cartridge, you can check his link below, because he does sell the cartridge. He's a small retailer, and he certainly, would appreciate any patronage from my viewers. So I can highly recommend him. He set up, I was saying to him, wow, you set up Jay's Audio Lab Kronos turntable, and now you're setting up my Basis 1400. And he does it with the same care as he would with Jay's turntable. So that's quite a statement, and that's a good testament to him and his abilities and his willingness to go the extra mile for any customer, regardless of how much they're spending. So high marks for Osvaldo at Let There Be Sound. But yeah, this cartridge is very, very interesting. I'll let you know more as it breaks in. But until next time, I'm Scott for the Pressing Matters. Have a great day.